generally we mostly concentrate on cure, but always it is said that prevention is better than cure. That is what Ayurvedic science also says. You should know how to keep yourself healthy and to prevent falling into sickness. So prevention is much important, and very importance is given in Ayurvedic science to prevent from falling into sickness. So here also it is said that it is much easier to prevent illness than to cure it. Cure is not so easy because cure in its true sense is not so easy. Therefore, it is easier to prevent than to cure. Relax whenever possible. In hours of relaxation comes the adjustment that obviates later tension. Relaxation, how to relax then? That is the next question. Relaxing means not just sleeping. Many people think that relaxing, I want to relax means they will go to sleep. Sleep is a sort of relaxation, but not only the means. Sleep is a necessity for the body, that is true. But at the same time, excess of sleep also brings you into disorder. So, how relaxation he is explaining. First is that the relaxing, healing and stimulating power of music is a most important aid in maintaining physical well-being. In maintaining physical health, physical well-being, we have to use the power of music to relax. Here relaxing means relaxing the mind. Relaxing the mind means merging the normal level of mind into higher consciousness through music. But not that music what you so-called music which always people are using. This type of music which mostly people are using is sentient music. It pulls you down, not elevating you. It should be elevating music. So therefore, relaxing, healing and stimulating power of music is most important. So the music should be soft, and the music should help you in getting into the inner consciousness. Such type of music. Not the so-called music like drums, drum, like this. Bombarding music. Because the terrible music what people hear also, what they put, that will act on the heart rhythm also. It is not good. Now in India also, people are habituated for this. The most worst thing is in India, even the taxis, the auto rickshaws, They put this type of bombarding music, and when they are going on the road, it pollutes the whole atmosphere. And that type of music is dangerous for the rhythm of the heart, rhythm of the lungs, and all this. And that stimulates your excitement, emotion. Yes. That stimulates lower instincts in us. That is not good. It should be very soft music, devotional, soft music. And the music should be almost like imitating the natural things. Like you see in nature, when you listen to birds, or when you listen to the sound of water flowing, and you listen to the sound of the air, so these are natural sounds. So these will be relaxing, the natural sounds. So the music should also be in accordance to the natural sounds. We need music in our life, and it should definitely be a part of our daily existence. We can enter upon more constructive and happier phase of living if we permit music to play its part. So music should be a part of our life, because our existence and the functioning of our constitution is governed by the vibrations of music only. There is a rhythm. A rhythm is there for our inhalation, exhalation. The functioning of heart is all very rhythmic, unless we disturb it. So this rhythm is music. This the inhalation and exhalation, this is called Samaveda. Samaveda. You have the 4 Vedas. So, several times I have mentioned, but still you will be forgetting. Rigveda. So Rigveda is the utterance. Rig means utterance. So Vageva Rigvedaha. Utterance is Rigveda. The utterance of the Lord, utterance of the whole creation is Rigveda. Rig means utterance of a word is called Rig. So Rigveda. And then Samaveda. Sama means music, the rhythm. Musical rhythm is called Sama. Samaveda. This is Vageva Rigveda. Vak is Rigveda. Vak means utterance. Pranaha Samavedaha. Prana means the rhythmic pulsation. So there is a rhythm in the pulsations. So rhythm is what is called Sama. Sama means music or a song. In every scripture we have this musical aspect also. In the Bible also, book of Psalms, Sama is the same word used there also. In the book of Psalms. And then Yajurveda. Yajus means Mano Yajurveda. Yajus means the plan, Manas. Manas means mind. What is the mind? In mind you have the plan. So, Mano Yajurveda. Yajurveda. Yajus means manas. Yajus means plan. Yajus means plan. Yajurveda. And these are the first basic Vedic texts. And the application of Veda in the mundane plane is called Atharva. So therefore music is the rhythm, and our inhalation and exhalation is called Samaveda. Pranaha Samaveda. Prana is the pulsation, double pulsations. There are pulsations, and inhalation and exhalation is the double pulsation. That is a continuous song going on in us. So that is musical. But unfortunately we disturb the music of the natural pulsations because of our wrong type of behavior in thinking. Whenever there is an emotional disturbance, then the rhythm of our inhalation and exhalation, rhythm of our heartbeat are disturbed. That is what what happens. So, he says that choose only best music such as that played the great symphony, the music of the masters. In these days of radio, television and phonograph, that is easily accomplished. So you must choose such a music, very soft music. The physical body should be watched with care and given sufficient rest. Here also we must have a discrimination. Rest once again should be taken as a need but not as desire. Some people cannot discriminate between rest as a need and rest as a desire. Some people think that they want to spend some days. That is what in the modern way of living, we say we have a rest day, weekend, so-called weekend. We get weekend by the weekend. Because of our wrong type of behavior, we want wrong planning of the weekend. Then after the weekend we are weakened. When we have to go to work on Monday, we have to compel ourselves, we have to go to work. Because our body is so tired because of the weekend. We wanted to have a weekend to relax, but it is not relaxation. Because we drink dirty things, we eat dirty things, we do dirty things, all unrequired things. So we get weekend. That is foolish. So the physical body should be watched with care and given sufficient rest, required rest. Here also we have to make a discrimination, because we have to plan our daily life according to the rules of hygiene, hours of rest and hours of work and all these things. If we overwork also, it is not good. If we do not work and spend the time lazily also, it is not good at all. It is not good. So a proper planning of the day, every day, because we have 4 meridians every day. We have the dawn and noon at mid-noon, and then the time of dusk, sunset and midnight. Like this we have 4 meridians. So our daily routine should be adjusted in between these meridians in a proper manner. It should become our natural habit to follow the rhythm. But in the beginning we have to train ourselves until it becomes a regular habit. Otherwise we get into wrong habit. What is the wrong habit? For example, keep awake until after midnight. What you are doing to keep awake? Watching the television. It's utterly useless. You keep awake until midnight and after midnight. So you will go to bed 1 p.m., 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. What you are doing is watching television. Falling, throwing your body into a sofa with a remote and before the television and watching all the nonsensical things, only fantasies. There is no truth at all. Utterly useless. So then you cannot wake up in the morning. It is impossible. You cannot be fresh in the morning. So a person who does like this, he wakes up early morning. For him is at least 9 o'clock is early morning. Wakes up at 9 o'clock, at early morning at 9 o'clock. Half day is finished. So it is a wrong arrangement at all. So you must be the master of your body and your senses. Otherwise you will be slave of your senses and body. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Otherwise we get into slavery to our senses and body. Danger lies in physical fatigue and in the tension caused by overexerted mind. This is also another key. We should not be greedy. If we want, some persons very greedy, they want to make so many things and keep the mind busy. You cannot do so many things at a time. How is it possible? It is always good to plan to do one thing at a time. How can you do so many things at a time? If you have 2 bicycles, you can ride upon one bicycle one at a time. You cannot ride on the one leg on one bicycle, another leg on another bicycle. So we have to plan to attend to one particular work at a time. Also in the mind, not only physically, because even though physically you can do only one thing at a time, but with the mind, so many things in the mind at a time, this makes you tired. Suppose you are at the table for food. You are at the dining table. Then on one side you have your television watching, on one side you have your telephone, and on the other side you have computer. So you have to watch the telephone, you have to look at the computer and watch speaking at the phone, and you have to take the food. How stupid it is. You do one thing at a time. Especially while taking the food, your mind should be with the food. So what the health science explains is tan mana bhava. That means you focus your mind to the work which is there before you. This you have to train yourself. But most of the people, all the things come when they are at the dining table. So you spend hours and hours at dining table discussing this business or that and this. Then the food which you are taking is of no use for you. Even though very good food is kept before you, but your mind is occupied with business or with some other things. If your mind is not in a proper balance, it is explained in these hygienic sciences is, when your mind is not balanced or your mind is disturbed, don't take food, because the food you are taking at that time will not be really, it has a food value, even though it is a good food, but it cannot be assimilated. On the other hand, it will disturb you because your mind is disturbed. Yes, that is good. Yes, your mind, you can keep your mind stable by listening to a mantra, to lecture, then you cook your food. That is very good. And while eating also you can listen. And while that, then also, if you cannot focus your mind properly, until that time you can listen some good music or some because in the beginning of the lunch or dinner you can utter few mantras and start. That is also good. But if your mind is occupied with other things, especially do not watch television while you are eating. That is most important. That the worst thing what we do. Soft music you can listen, but a television is the dirtiest thing to watch while you are eating the food. Yes, what is your question? Yes, the food is poisoned. Yes. Yes. Therefore, that is the reason why you should not watch such things. When you are at the food, your mind should be focused on this. And take the food in a good mood also, that is also important. If you are in an angry mood, don't take food. Yeah. If you cook the food when you are angry, the food is no more, it is healthier. If you take the food when you are angry, then it is not good for you. So you should cook the food in a pleasant mood. You should eat the food in a pleasant mood. These are very important. Taking the food means not just filling the belly. Always it is said that, remember, when you are taking the food, remember, you are offering the food to the Lord consciousness. It's the spirit of offering. You take the food with the spirit of offering. That is what Master CVV also says. Master CVV and one of his main disciples, Master VPS, they were always telling, remember, when you take the food, don't think that you are taking the food only to fill your stomach. Remember that the food is an offering to the Lord in you. With this spirit, you have to take the food. So while taking the food, if you speak so many dirty things, or if you have hard discussions with somebody, disharmony, then it is not good. Better to avoid food at that time. So there is no hurry, no need to emphasize speed in life. In our attending to our daily work and daily duty, we must avoid hurry. You must do it precisely, but not hurry, because hurry belongs to the mind. This we have to remember. The hurry in your work it belongs to mind, because mind is very speedy. That is the nature of the mind. And body cannot follow that speed, because it is physical, it is mental. You see? How these two can go together? Impossible. Because if you have to travel from here to Hyderabad, with your body it takes some hours to travel. With your mind, immediately you are in Hyderabad. Not only Hyderabad, anywhere. You can be in Russia immediately. You can be in Switzerland immediately with your mind. Mind is so fast. So how can you cope up mind with body? So you should not allow your mind to hurry yourself. It is not good also to be lazy, but at the same time not in a hurry. There is no hurry, no need to emphasize speed in life. Get adequate sleep. Sleep recharges the tired body and fits it into the next day's work. Those with a frail and delicate physique must not force it to overactive activity and hard work, or subject it to rapid and frequent change, because some people have a delicate constitution. So people having delicate constitution should not delicate constitution. Those who could not withstand heat, could not withstand cold, even little things they cannot withstand. So such people, their body cannot withstand any changes also. So quick changes they cannot. Of course, when you are old, that is different. But even when young also, some people, some constitutions are fragile, delicate. So you must, sapata, always fragile. Use discrimination in the expenditure of energy. Use discrimination in the expenditure of energy. Know your capacity for any one day and do not exceed it. So we have to know we can know our capacity. The capacity in work and the capacity in taking food. So in everything we must know the limitation and should not force ourselves to exceed these limitations. That is the first thing. Otherwise we will damage ourselves. Exertion should step at the first indication of undue strain. Your body should not feel the exertion. Like that you have to plan. It should be active. The body should be active. The body should be active. You should be active, but not busy. This is one thing which we have to make a discrimination. In our daily life, we must be active, but never to be busy. What is the difference? In the modern society, in the modern living, we are more busy, always busy. If you ask me that can we do some service or some good work or something, oh, I am so busy, I have no time. What is busy? What is active? When your body should be active,